What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Killer Klowns from Outer Space. And you know, if I got the DVD or Blu-ray, I got to do my obligatory flex. And I'm fancy AF today. Instead of a DVD, instead of a crusty old DVD, I got the Blu-ray. I cashed out. I spent $8 whole on this, which is a lot for me because I'm a grimy, crusty guy. I don't have money like that. So yeah, you got a little front action, a little back action. So yeah, you gotta pick up Killer Klowns from Outer Space. It's a cult classic. This is like some new age cover. It's pretty sweet, but I used to always like the OG cover. Like I would always see the DVD at Blockbuster when I was a little kid, and like I was always intrigued by the Killer Klowns from Outer Space DVD cover. I was like just the title caught my attention as a kid, and like the OG cover where it's like got like the black background. I think it's like either like stars or little bits of popcorn. You got that clown in the middle. Like the OG cover is fantastic, and I always wanted to see this movie when I grew up. Like there was so many horror covers that I would see at Blockbuster where I'm like, one day I gotta see that. One day I gotta see that. Like I'm telling you, like horror has some of the best covers. But yeah, I'm going off on a tangent. So yeah, I really do like the cover, and I always wanted to see this as, when I was a kid, I always wanted to see it one day as an adult, and I've only seen this one other time. Like I checked it out because I had always been hearing great things about it. You know, it's like a pretty well-regarded cult classic. It's like a very well-regarded kind of schlocky B horror movie. You know, it's like really. I feel like in like terms of pop culture, like this movie is well known and it's talked about, even though it's not like one of the biggest horror movies ever. Like I feel like it's well known, and I always wanted to see it. Like I said, the first time I saw it, which I've only seen it 2 times, I was underwhelmed. Maybe because it was so hyped up. Like I've always liked these like B horror movies, and I've seen so many of them, and I watched like so many before watching this, where I think maybe it was like the hype got in my head, where like I think I like psyched myself up. But after I rewatched it this time, I really liked it. I thought like this was a fantastic movie, and I can see why people regard it as a cult classic. It's still not one of my favorites, but this movie, like after watching it again, it's definitely grown on me. I know I've heard people say this is their favorite movie. Like I was in this film class and we had to go around and say what our favorite movie was. This one girl said Killer Klowns from Outer Space was her all-time favorite movie. So I mean, people do love this movie, and I can see why people love it. But yeah, it's not one of my all-time favorites, but I definitely do, see the appeal, and I think it's a great movie. So there you go. The first point that I want to talk about is early on in the movie, there's this kid. He's got like 2 big paper grocery bags filled with beers. They're each filled with 50 beers, which like that junk would definitely rip. Like it's just like a little paper brown grocery bag. Like homeboy had like 50, 60 beers in each one. And it's dope because he's got the generic beer can. Like it literally just says beer on it, which you see from time to time in movies. I think in that movie Intruder, that like grocery store slasher movie, they got the generic beer cans. But that's always fun, just seeing in movies when like there's like a character who just is sipping a beer and it just says beer on it. Like what brand is that? It's the beer brand, dude. Like come on, get with it. But I want to talk about that little scene because it's dope that he was just like drinking while walking around, and he just bought like an excessive amount of beer. That's usually what I buy in like a week, so I kind of feel him on that because I'm like leaving Las Vegas status. But I just want to talk about that because it didn't make sense to me. So the cop sees him drinking a beer in public, and he just shakes his head, and he's like pissed, but he doesn't do anything. And then a little bit later, there's those 2 other younger guys who were just sipping some wine in a public park, and the same cop wants to like totally throw the book at them, arrest them. It's like, dude, be consistent. There's this kid earlier who was drinking while walking around and you didn't do shit, but then these other two kids are drinking in the park and you want to like give them an effing life sentence. Like, be consistent. You know, it's like I don't get it. Like he was chilling and then he's a dick. Like make up your mind, dude. And then he's a total hypocrite because homeboy is sipping Jack Daniels. He's sipping the Jack on the motherfucking job. Like, dude, you're supposed to be a cop. You're out here sipping on the job. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, sipping on the job is dope. I personally don't do that, but in movies it's cool. So I don't know. I just thought that was weird. It's like homeboy was mad inconsistent. Like he was just picking and choosing. Not cool, man. You gotta be even Stevens with it. Another point that I want to talk about is the Terenzi brothers using the ice cream truck to holler at tortas. It's a genius move. You know, if you got the ice cream truck, you might as well holler at some plus size ladies. Be like, "Hey yo, baby, I got the SpongeBob popsicle. I got this popsicle. I got that popsicle. I can tell from your physique, baby girl. I know you like some sweet treats. I know you like some snacks. You know, like hop up in here. You know, we could hang out. We could have a beautiful time." So I thought that was genius. You know, shouts out to tortas. Shouts out to plus size ladies. I mean, beautiful. You know, beautiful. But anyways, I just thought the Terenzi brothers were genius. It was funny because they were I think all these people were supposed to be like high schoolers. Those Terenzi brothers looked like they were like 35 years old. Like those motherfuckers looked like they had like a mortgage. They had like an ex-wife. Like those motherfuckers were looking like they were like getting on. Like these motherfuckers are supposed to be high school. Like shit, dude. Like I don't even look that old. I could probably pass for a high school better than these fools. But anyways, yeah, I like how they, you know, I don't know. They were trying to, you know, get with some plus size ladies using the ice cream truck. I'm gonna do that this summer. It's gonna be my plan. And even if I don't, even if I can't get any chicks with my ice cream truck business, maybe I'll get that guap. Like who knows? Maybe it's a very lucrative business running an ice cream truck. Like, I mean, people, if it's hot outside, you know, especially with global warming and shit, it's going to keep getting hotter. The demand for ice cream, it is going to keep going up. So, like, even if I'm not able to successfully holler at plus size ladies with my ice cream business, I'm for sure about to get that guap. So, I mean, global warming is not cool, but, I mean, it would be good for my ice cream business. So, yeah, I'm trying to, you know, make that go out with the ice cream business so I can get more iced up. I'm gonna upgrade like the silver shits. I'm gonna get some diamond iced out shit. Be like the iced up ice cream man. That's the move. I don't know why people watch these videos. I just talk crazy. Anyways, moving on to the next point. Talking about my favorite kill. My favorite kill was when the one clown he gets like the boxing gloves and he punches that biker and, you know, punches his head off. I like a good decapitation. And this, you know, this is like a PG-13 movie, so there's not a lot of gore. That was, you know, that was a little gory. That was a little bloody. And then, yeah, the guy's head, I think his head goes in a trash can. It was like very reminiscent of, it was like pretty much the same as like the Julius kill from Friday the 13th Part 8. And I love that kill. So, yeah, I love a good boxing glove punch decapitation. So that was my favorite kill. Talking about some creepy moments, even, you know, there was some lighthearted, funny stuff. Like the tone of this movie was not super dark, but I'm telling you what, even though the overall tone was a little bit more fun, a little bit more light, there were some genuinely creepy moments. So one moment that I thought was really creepy was when there was that one clown and he was outside of the restaurant and he had this giant mallet behind his back and he was kind of luring that little girl. Like, the little girl was like all fascinated with him and he's like, come here, come here. I mean, he didn't say that, of course, because they just speak weird alien. They just say like gibberish shit. They don't really talk, but like that clown was just lurking outside of the restaurant trying to lure this little girl outside. And like hurt her. Like anytime you're you're dealing with like hurting kids, like that's creepy, and it's just I don't know, like that whole, for some reason that whole sequence like really creeped me out. And another sequence that I thought was creepy was the cop that I'm talking about, the cop who was drinking the Jack Daniels. Like the clowns kill him and they use his dead body like a ventriloquist dummy. I thought that was really creepy as well. Like that, it was just some extremely eerie imagery. I'm like, man, like I don't know, like they painted him up and he looked like he had been dead for like a minute. Like I don't know. I thought that was creepy. So yeah, even though this movie is like a fun horror comedy with, it's kind of like a wacky premise, I'm telling you what, that you got some great kills and there's like some genuinely creepy moments. This movie has a lot going for it. The score is great. They utilize so much of the clown tropes. I that might not be like the best terminology, but you know what I mean, like where it's like they keep opening the door and it's a smaller door, or they have this balloon dog that's going and hunting people down. Like they like fully realize the whole clown idea, and it's like it's so fun. Like the shadow puppet kill, that was so creative. So yeah, this movie is super creative. And then the last little thing I want to talk about, I always liked I'm saying always liked, I've only seen this movie a couple times, but the times I've seen this movie, I always liked that final showdown with that giant clown. The giant clown, like the makeup effects, the practical effects on the giant clown are awesome. All the clowns are cool, but like that clown looks really, really cool. And that always reminded me of like a boss battle in a video game, like a video game final boss. So I really like that. So yeah, that's like the last little point that I want to go over. So in terms of a recommendation, I would definitely recommend this. Like I said, the first time I watched it, I wasn't huge on it, but after rewatching it, this movie has really grown on me. I can understand why it's regarded as a cult classic. It has so many great things going for it. I think this is, I think it deserves to be a cult classic, and I think if you're a horror fan, this is definitely a must-watch. You got to see this movie at least once. So yeah, definitely would recommend. Check it out. It's free on Tubi, or you can cash out on the Blu-ray if you're a big baller like myself. But yeah, that's been my review of Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.